Yo, what's good, y'all, man? Hope y'all enjoyed y'all's holidays, you know what I'm saying? Christmas, New Year's, all that kind of stuff. I finally dropped that single with 𝘃𝕊𝕆, Way Up. Link in the description for that. It'd mean a lot if you go stream it. So yeah, follow me on IG and then join the Discord, link in the description. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, let's go and hop right into this. So yeah, first off, when making these kind of melodies, you want to have like a bass sound that's like really analog and vintage. This was mine. I actually did render it out and flip it. The actual MIDI for that, I look like this right here. The scale I recommend for doing stuff like this is A minor harmonic right here, because it allows a chord progression like a step down. So for example, let's just start out with an A minor and then go all the way up to A right here, and then we can go down. And then I don't know, maybe just take that same chord over and then just kind of move these up like that. Literally just paste that over, man. And then just do Control L. If you watch me a lot, this is a method I use for a lot of dark samples. It's definitely the easiest MIDI to come up for, just simply because it's supposed to be super repetitive and 2 or 3 chords the whole time. So obviously the MIDI is definitely nothing like super complicated or special at all. It's something really easy to pick up on and kind of learn that method for making dark MIDI. The main part of this is choosing the right sound. For stuff like this, I recommend Analog Lab, like some of HCE's stuff. Trapped in the Desert is a really good one. It's one I enjoy a lot. Yeah, HCE is probably one of the best designers for stuff like this. If you don't have Analog Lab, what I recommend doing is finding a one-shot kit. Bass one in Pilgrims, Black Magic, Mirage, that's a really good one. Lotus is also a really good one. But yeah, I use the Army of Darkness preset from Trapped in the Desert by HCE. I had an infinity EQ to cut some lows because before it did have a lot of lows. And this is with it. It's like the key to making the rest of your sample fit and, you know, allowing the drums room. And then I added a fruity reverb. Make sure to locate your reverb because it's really important. And then in RC20, if you don't have RC20, I recommend Somatics Origin. That's a really good plugin. iZotope Vinyl. But yeah, I use the Vinyl 3 preset and just kind of tweak the knobs right here. And yeah, I simply just click this button down here to consolidate it, disrecording, and then render the WAV files like that. And it gave me this right here that I just ended up chopping up. I just opened it up and I clicked on reverse right here and I just chopped it up. Before you scrap a sound, please just render it out, try reversing it and just adding more effects onto it, because I was going to scrap this sound right here, but it really inspired me as soon as I reversed it. And then I added a halftime right here. I just did the default settings and then I just brought down the mix to like 45% because I wanted to create like a lower layer, you know what I'm saying? Before, it sounds kind of thin. But when you add this in, it sounds a lot better. And then of course I added a guitar rig. I use this thing religiously, man. I use a character and then Tapefied. I 100% recommend this plugin. I use it all the time. So this is without it. And this is with it. It adds like a really weird like delay and flanger and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's our main bass sound right there. So once we have that, we can move on to like some kind of accent sounds. And what I used in this case was a mallet. I found this mallet from another one of HCE's kits. My goal is to find something ambient, but also really weird. Open up any VST, trying to find something that's something really busy. And then what we're gonna do after that is just halftime it, end up creating like this nice texture. So what I did was I took that and I made this pattern right here. And honestly, it's just like a scale. Like I just started on the root note and then just went up like that. You want to make sure it's pretty repetitive, by the way. So it has a rhythm. So like I just copied that over right there. You want something super annoying, but also has the potential to be pretty cool. Just halftime it. So like 2 bars, 2x. And then you just want to start processing it after that in EQ. And then you know I had the guitar rig. It added like a crazy lo-fi sound to it, and then I just had another EQ and cut all the processing from that guitar rig because it did add some more low end that I didn't want. And then I just added an effect rack. All that this is a tremolator, and you can do this in shaper box, gross beat as well. Yeah, it just adds like some rhythm to it. So if I turn it up all the way, finally just one more reverb, and it just sounds really cool together. Alright, so now we're actually getting somewhere with it. I wanted like some atmosphere, some texture to it. I use the Angels in the Desert preset. And it just repeats over like that. Not everybody has Omnisphere just to use textures from. So another place that you can go to really get some good textures is YouTube. You're just gonna wanna rip them from YouTube, process them, put a bunch of EQs on them, just to make it sound like this right here. I'll link those in the description. So yeah, the whole thing kind of sounded like it needed a little bit more mid. So what I did was I added like this really low texture. You can find stuff like this in pretty much any VST. Let's just open like a random plugin like Sakura. I don't know how to pronounce that. Anyway, so just go to Atmosphere and you can already see we have a bunch of stuff right here. That's pretty cool. And yeah, what I did was I just added a low cut and kind of boosted parts of it just to like make it fit more. This pad is not supposed to be a bass. It's supposed to be just something to take some more low mids because I'm going to add another sub later. We've got like the main part of our sample now. Now we just need two more things. We need a bass and then we need something to like act as a lead. Something that's sustained, like a violin, some vocals. But first, let's just add a bass. And I use this one right here. This bass is probably one of the best ones I've ever found. It is the Octane bass by Beats by Luke. Pretty much done except for one last thing I wanted to add just to give it like some kind of flair, which was like a choir from Pvlace right here. When I look for choir samples, I usually use something like YouTube. Ton of amazing resources. I'll just go and play some of those right now. And yeah, that was pretty much the like icing on top, you know? I would definitely stop right here because anymore it'll be just completely overdone, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is perfect. And then I just added a sound shifter right here. Right before you export a melody, no matter what it is, try shifting the overall pitch. And this was before. It's like not quite hitting yet, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I just pitched it up to semitones. My guy Ringtone put some drums over it, but I don't have time to actually get them on here to break them down. And they're pretty simple anyway. Y'all know this stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna just play in the outro. But anyway, yeah, hope y'all enjoyed the video. So yeah, till next time.